Hey, my fellow alchemists. Sorry it's been a minute. I've been busy, doing tattoos. But I figured I'd come at you guys with an awesome, I think it's a pretty funny tattoo story from when I first started tattooing. So, within the first week of me tattooing in my shop by myself, not my shop, but somebody else's, I end up having this young lady come in, get a tattoo on her shoulder. It says Steve or Paul or whatever. We're going to say Steve. So she gets a tattoo of Steve. We put a bandage on it. She goes home. About 20, 30 minutes later, I get a phone call. Hey, you put my tattoo on my shoulder backwards. And I'm like, what? I don't think it's possible, but I double check my stencil. I'm like a week, I'm in shop by myself for the first time ever, pretty much. I'm doing my first tattoo all by myself. I'm a big boy. So I'm like now having a freaking heart attack, and I'm 20, so I'm like not exactly the nicest person. Like I'm kind of a dick. I was a 20-year-old dude and a tattoo artist, so probably not the best person like to come at with this. So I'm like, ma'am, I'm checking my stencil. She's like, yeah, and what's that matter? I'm like, ma'am, it's the right direction. Are you looking in a mirror? She tells me, yes, I'm looking in a mirror. I'm like, brah. Okay, ma'am, do you understand how a mirror works? Because I'm a smart ass. Once again, I'm not justifying me not being a little bit rude on this one. I'm just saying, I was super rude. Anyways, so I'm like, bro, do you understand how a mirror works? She's like, yeah, my mirror works fine. I'm looking in it. No worries. Come to the shop. I'm going to take a look and see what's going on with your tattoo. So 20 minutes go by again. She shows up to the shop. Plain as day, Steve is written on her shoulder. I show her again. I'm like, ma'am, if you take a mirror and you look in this mirror, look in that mirror, you can see it the right direction because we're using two mirrors. We're mirroring the mirror. She obviously wheels a turning. Hamster falls off completely. She doesn't believe me. So I'm like, all right, ma'am, let's go next door to the sub shop. So I pull her ass up in the sub shop. I'm like, hey, all you people in the sub shop, can you read her shoulder? They're like, yeah, it says Steve. I think you're fucking Jeff. But anyways, they were like, yeah, it says Steve. And I'm like, bro, see, it says Steve. Anyway, she turns beet red. I rebandage her, send her home. And, it is what it is. She apparently loves Steve a lot, but not Mirror so much.